This video, we're going to talk about the New York Giants and how they selected Eric Gray with one of their draft picks in this NFL draft, and how it's looked upon as one of the best picks of the entire draft. And this video starts right now. Now, as you know, the New York Giants had a really good draft that they considered to be having had one of the best drafts in 2023. And I mean, really, the first three picks that they had, the three selections, all filled needs. And then they went for a lot of, obviously, potential guys. Some guys that could be starters. Like Javarius Owens has a chance to be a starter. But one of the guys they selected, which was their fourth overall, was Eric Gray, running back from Oklahoma. Let me read you some stuff that I saw online. Running back Eric Gray of Oklahoma, a fifth-round selection in this year's NFL draft by the New York Giants, is being listed as one of the Athletics' favorite selections. He was named to their 2023 All-Draft Pick team. Quote, when everyone departed from the Senior Bowl, I told myself that this would be a draft in which a back like Gray would get pushed into day 3. He probably should have had a third or fourth-round grade, but I also wouldn't have taken him much higher than the fifth, given all the running back talent. And another year, he's a third-round pick, easy. The Giants, who still had the best three-down running back one in the game at Saquon Barkley, had a terrific change of pace option in Gray. The Oklahoma product can catch, has wiggle, and runs low to the ground. Gray is a compact back at 5'10", 210 pounds, and has all the attributes of becoming a successful back at the pro level. Quote, Gray is a guy we liked. He was at the Senior Bowl, played at Oklahoma, and transferred from Tennessee, said Giants GM Joe Schoen after the draft. Super productive. Really good hands out of the backfield. Also has some elusiveness to him inside, like what he brings. He also has done some returns in his past. He did some at Tennessee, comfortable catching punts at the Senior Bowl. I would mention the Giants need a lot of help in their special teams. It wasn't nearly as good as it should have been. They could use a little help there. You know, being able to catch the ball, and also just overall need a little help on the special teams, which they did with the back end of the draft with their selections. Shane continues. So again, he'll come in and compete with our group. Quote, he's a very mature young player that had some production added. Head coach Brian Daboll does have good hands. How that sorts out, that will be up to him. Gray will join a backfield that will feature Barkley when his contract situation gets settled, and veterans Matt Breida and Gary Brightwell, both of whom have a leg up in Daboll's offense. Gary, like many of the other Giants draft picks, is a team-first player. Quote, I think football is football, in my opinion. I think you go out there, you work hard, you do what it takes on and off the field, and let your body take over when you get out there. End quote, he said. Now, as you know, all the players have gotten online scouting reports. I'm going to read you one scouting report on Eric Gray, running back from Oklahoma, that the Giants selected with their fifth overall pick, or the fifth pick in the 72nd overall in the 2023 draft. Strengths: has a dense, compact frame with great natural leverage against contact. Can bounce off defenders, keep his legs churning, and roll through tackles with his hips. Offers superb short area agility and lateral burst, covering ground with horizontal cuts. Has a loose hips and twitch to quickly adjust attack angles at the second level. Can engineer sharp cuts in space and quickly channel acceleration out of transitions. Has good initial vision and anticipatory capacity, identifying lanes as they open. Can masterfully control space to second level, manipulate defenders behind blocks. Has the patience to let his blocks set up and can quickly play off them with his agility. High-end receiving threat with body control, coordination, and stellar rack ability. Willing pass protector and lead blocker with good energy in contact situations. areas for improvement, which means he's got some weaknesses. Lacks the explosive capacity to escape congestion and flood to the sideline consistently. Visibly lacks high-end long speed and maxes out quickly in space. Sometimes misses cutback lanes outside when the middle gets cluttered. Will occasionally defer to congestion and doesn't quite have the mass to plow through. So that means when he sees the pile, he can go through the pile and he can't. Sometimes presses too close to the line initially and loses the space to adapt. He's not giving himself enough space to where he can receive the ball from the quarterback. Susceptible to occasional focus drops when preparing to turn upfield for rack yards. Well, that didn't sound good. Sometimes seeks to merely obstruct as a blocker and doesn't achieve correct form. Well, that's something that the Giants can teach him and train him to do differently. Will turn 24 years old in November of his rookie year, so he's an older player in the draft for the Giants. So it seems like the Giants had themselves a great draft. It seems, universally loved by all the draft gurus and all the Giants fans and everybody that's NFL watchers and appreciators of what's happened here with this draft with the New York Giants. Now, 3 of the 7 draft picks that the Giants had were offensive players. Jalen Hyatt, who they drafted, they trade up to get him with their 3rd pick. John Michael Schmitz, who they drafted in their 2nd round. And obviously in the 5th round, they drafted Eric Gray. Now, Eric Gray is going to be competing with the back end of the running backs with Brightwell and Brinda. So he's got a chance to be part of this team and contribute. The one thing that's been interesting, sort of going through the draft and the players they selected, it seems like all 7 of them are going to contribute to the Giants in this season coming up in a few months. So that tells you the kind of job, the quality work that the Giants did to select these players, starting with Ty Banks and going on to Schmitz, to Hyatt, to Gray, to Trey Hawkins III, and the other 2 young men. So they've done a great job. They've done a great job this year. They did a good job last year, obviously, with Kayvon Thibodeaux. So they've done a great job drafting the past 2 years. And this is a team that's building. This is a team that's trying to get where they need to be. And that's where the Eagles are. And it's going to be a slow process, but it took a big leap last year with a new coach, with a new general manager. And obviously, drafting smart, bringing in smart, good veterans, re-signing guys like Daniel Jones, and trying to figure out what to do with Saquon Barkley. And obviously the other day they signed to a long-term deal Dexter Lawrence. They're building something here that's going to hopefully be really good and be sustainable and be a lot of fun. So I want to thank you for watching this video. We'll have more stuff as we go along. Thank you. Please subscribe to Football Hut, and I'll see you later.